Hey everybody, this is Southern-ish and welcome to my channel. I hope that you will find my video tonight informative. I just have some questions about things. So I thought I would ask all of you out there. And if you like my video, please just hit the thumbs up and we will keep it moving. So my question is, this is not really what I ever thought I would start off doing my channel on. But I have...
They BS me because I thought it was some YouTube.
Hush, sir. I'm not ready for you yet. I have a question. There's not a right or wrong answer. I just have a question. Do you think that YouTubers, or media, anybody, should they still be out in front of Nancy Guthrie's house? And I just have a question about that because it kind of seems to me there's a lot of tension going on within the neighborhood. I really hate the fact that they're trying to, look, I have an HOA. I hate them. If my yard's not mowed every week, I'm not kidding. It's ridiculous. You get a notice. And so they have an HOA out there where Nancy lives. And I would expect that. But it just seems like it's a little insensitive that they want to remove the flowers and stuff. That's hateful, in my opinion. But when this first case broke out, and we all know what happened, I'm not going through all that because, like I said, I'm not covering this. This is not what I wanted to do, all right? I hope you will stick it out with me, and y'all will stay tuned when I start covering Austin Drummond, the case that's in Tennessee. But I'm going to keep this moving very quick. I just got off work. I'm tired and I got to go to bed. Now, if you hear my dog in the background, I'm sorry. That's Norris. That's Norris. And, but I just, I get that the neighborhood is getting tired of people being around and they don't like some, people just hanging out there. In my opinion, I also can see why some YouTubers are like, listen, we have every right to be here. We don't have to leave. They're not causing any kind of disruptions or anything. They're just there. They can't even park there, so they got to travel. They park over at a CVS or something, and they get there how they get there. Or they just get dropped off. But no one's sitting out there really parking. There was one dum-dum that did it a week ago or so, but, he got the call. The cops came and was like, excuse me, you have to move. But I just wonder what y'all think about that. When does a case become something where there's nothing to find there? And it's not that I think YouTube people or media is going to solve a crime. I don't. I firmly believe that this whole thing has been kind of messed up from the very beginning. And I appreciate the fact that there are people out there that they just want to keep her name out there because I do feel like it will just kind of disappear. And I don't know what happened with Nancy, and I don't pretend to. I don't know. I don't know what happened to her. It makes me sad. But I have this thing where I just wonder if I lived there or if it was my parent that was missing or whatever has happened to Nancy, if I was the daughter or family, if I would still want people just standing out there. Because in all honesty, catching a son-in-law that's there, or a son that's there, or a daughter that's there, they have more rights to be there than a YouTuber or media. It's just the way I think. But not saying anybody's doing anything wrong. I just wonder what y'all think about that. Now, I have something that I want to, and I'm hoping that I can do this. I had everything set up on my laptop. Then my laptop, it decided to just jack up. So it ain't good. I guess if I'm gonna have a YouTube channel, I'll have to have a computer or something. But anyway, here's an example. I think this person has a very good speaking voice, and I think he can kind of probably be pretty charming. But he kind of gives me the willies about things. He pops up, and he might have been there, I don't know, we're like on what day? 70, day 68, something like that. He comes in on like day 56 and a half or something. He shows up and he's with JLR and Criminal Network, and he got lost in the Cheesecake Factory. They couldn't find him. And then he was just, he's in his penny loafers, his shorts, and his polo. And, he is what he is. Not knocking him for that. I'm not doing all this in one live. I'm going to have to break this up. But, he was a little odd to me after he shows up. He's passing out flyers. And then he goes to Nancy's. He's standing out there and he's looking around and whatever, chit-chatting. And then he was like, I've got some leads I got to go do. And he winds up in Rio Rico, which is where Carlos, I think, was arrested. Or not arrested. He was detained. And, well, bless his heart, he showed up at some, I guess, wild party. And I know his phone was taken from him. I can't remember if his wallet was or not. But he just disappears. And then, next thing we know, he's in Phoenix. Next thing we know, he's... this is him. He's at the airport leaving. And this goes to my point. Like, you have people that are there, and no one knows who they are. And are they helping? Like, would it make you be bothered or not? I don't know. Let me just let you hear him for a second.
Really bad situations, and it was a 50-50 ball, right? I know what I'm getting myself into. I see things coming a mile away, you know what I mean? In life, you learn. You're an older guy. You've been around a lot of different situations. I mean, when I was a kid, we used to fight over peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and who had the last food. So I'm not scared of people, house parties, or anything.
Okay, bro. You went to a house party. Now, I don't know. I don't know what you were thinking you were going to be getting. Like, you were talking about leads. What were you getting at this house party? Now, and another thing he was talking about that, there was a jacuzzi with 300 people in it. Now, if you do certain things, I'm sure you could see 300 people in a jacuzzi, but I have never, ever experienced that, okay? Just never have. But you live and you learn. Then he was talking about a chandelier that was the size of a house, and I'm like, okay. Well, this is somebody, like I said, shows up at the 56 and a half day, whatever it was, 58. I don't know. I don't remember when he came. He just came. He appeared. He was there. He was running around. He had a lot of energy. Well, if you don't think that the neighbors or people aren't watching this, or maybe, I don't know if Savannah watches this stuff, or Annie, or anybody. I have my own theories on this case, but that's not for me to discuss today. Would you not look at some of these people and be like, oh my gosh, who are these people hanging around my home? Our mom's home. And I'm not talking about anybody that looks like anything, so don't come at me with that. I have no problem with the Criminal Network. I don't have any problems with people that have been out there, so don't come at me with that, because that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying that when does it become a time to go? There's nothing to, what are y'all doing, okay? Now, this was his first trip. He was there, I think, for 2 days, maybe 3. I don't know. He disappears a lot. You don't know. You don't know how to keep up with this guy. And then he goes to this house party. Then he's gone. He's gone, y'all. So, hold on here. Let him talk.
Anything, that doesn't do anything to me. I knew what I was getting myself into. Not a big deal. They're cool people.
They're not cool people.
They're not cool people, but they BS me because I thought I was some YouTube character. It was a waste of time. So,
okay. Well, you are a YouTube character. In that's what you are. So I don't understand what you're saying, bro. Respectfully, I don't get what you're saying. But anyway, that's my question for y'all. What do you think? I got more info, and I'll reveal him. I think the scariest thing to me about this dude is just the fact that, and I'm not saying anything here to be nefarious or mean or hateful. I'm just saying, prior, he had a full beard, and then he shows up clean shaven, and I don't know. It was just some stuff he said on another podcast about the door and the perp at the door. Now, I'm not going to knock him, but I'm just saying, if you were family or neighbors or whatever, you might get kind of tired of this kind of stuff. Do I think it's good for them to have an HOA meeting and be like, take all that stuff away from Nancy's home? Because that's kind of not your place. Like you don't, first of all, y'all don't own a street. It's not a private neighborhood. People keep getting that very confused. It is not a private neighborhood. It is just a neighborhood. And honestly, people can do whatever they want. They can park there. I mean, here you cannot park on the street. Okay. You can, but you have to move your car every 12 hours. Do I like that so much? I don't park on the street, and my children don't park on the street. Their friends don't park on the street. The thing that bugs me about parking on the street is that I did have a child one day that I saw a ball and the sun was in my face and I saw a ball and I knew once a ball went across the street that there would be a child running after it. Sure enough, there was. But I was driving and I knew what I was doing, so I wasn't going flying through a neighborhood. But, some of these YouTubers, they've been out there, and I mean, they've had people that are in that neighborhood. I mean, they fly past them. I mean, they've almost clipped some people. They want them gone. But it makes me sad because it's kind of like, why? Why? But they find them a nuisance. They just do. So that's my question. Do y'all think that people should still be out there at Nancy's? Now, let me see if I can figure out how to, because I don't want to get into all of the other stuff with him tonight because it's just too much. I'm tired. Let me see what he's saying right here because I can't remember if he's still talking about this. This guy rambles a whole lot. It's a lot. And he always gives out way too much personal information about himself. And I'm like, I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't say that, bro.
Lot to drink. I was exhausted. I think it was more of the heat stroke, though. I really need to bring suntan lotion. I need to drink a lot more water. So, but why I'm calling is what?
Why you're calling? You're not calling. You're on a live, bro. Now, I skipped that part. It caught right into it. I hope you can hear it okay. He was saying that his eye was going cross-eyed. And I was like, that can't happen, sir. One eye cannot just go inward. I mean, unless that's normal for you. But no, you drink a lot and you didn't drink enough water while you're there. So, well, you'll learn, I guess. Maybe. I don't know if you will or not. Let me see here. Let me see. Hold on.
Easter, oh, that's nice. Thank you. Happy Easter.
Yeah.
So there's nothing new. So there's no updates. Like Jim the Explorer went out today.
There's no.
JLR Investigates went out today. You had Dad's Gone Live. You had Nico.
That's right. There is no updates.
50 kids that are all dead that are all found in.
Okay. Well, we don't need to be talking about whatever you're talking about, sir. But, okay, I'm feeling frisky. Let me try to just, do this. I'm just going to do it. Might as well. I'm here. Oh, I still have to go to sleep. It won't take me that long, I don't think. What was that person's name? Now, I will say this too. He did come back, okay? So he lives in Chicago. And he did come back, but he's been in Phoenix. He hasn't shown back up with Criminal Network. They're not complaining. I'm not saying anybody should be bothered with it. He troubles me for different reasons, but he troubles me. And that was my question about, when is enough out there? But anyway, hold on. Let me just do this real quick because he came back. And then he was like in his hotel, and I don't know what he did. He did something to his foot or something, but he's deleted that video. I don't know, there was just blood or red wine. I don't know what happened in his room. There was just a lot of things going on there. And I just think he's a little off, in my opinion. And his channel is fairly new. But it couldn't be any newer than mine, because mine's brand spanking new, honey. We were just born here just a minute ago. And so I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying he's not been out here for a long time. And, you know, he started, I think, in Delphi. So, you know, look, anybody that's going to go out there and be around JLR and all of that, they're trying to use his content. Not use it. He said everybody could use it, so that's not a problem. It's just that they try to get close to him, and then I feel like they kind of are trying to get some of his subs and stuff. Like, I'm just saying, if this is what you want to do in life and you want to be a YouTuber, I mean, shoot. If I could be a YouTuber and I could be as cool, and if you don't know J is for Justice, oh my gosh, or Every Day with Jay, or Jolene Lunzer, those are some funny people. Yeah, they're serious. Well, not Jolene. Jolene's a comedy person. But my heart is with Jay. It's for Justice. I love her. I'm the, well, never mind. Y'all will be like, what is she talking about? If you're new, you'll be like, what are you doing? I am a very proud Cooter member. And I also am the Chamber of Commerce president in Cooterville. Every Day with Jay. But check her out. Do it, lady. Just saying. Hold on. I got to find this real quick. Because I'll go ahead and just do this and get it out of the way. That girl's name was something funny. Like, no. That's not it. Y'all, I'm just really tired. I'm really tired. But anyway, I hope y'all are having a fabulous day. And the next time when I go live, well, I got to figure out how to go live and like be able to interact with people. This is a lot for me to learn. I'm a nurse. I don't do that stuff. Okay. And matter of fact, I do want to really throw out a lot of accolades to even content creators that I don't even like. Y'all put a lot of work into stuff and y'all are smart. And some of y'all are really stupid. And I'm like, if these people can do that, I can do it. I can absolutely do it. Their IQ is not anywhere close to mine, and I can do it. Do it, lady. So, hang on. Let me just get to this because I have studied this one. Now, never mind. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to, show his... I mean, his face is out there. It's not like I'm doxing him. It's just that I just want y'all to hear a person and try to go with what I'm asking as a part of this. So, hang on. So he's on a live with another content creator, and well, he's drinking wine, and that's okay. Like, drink wine, do whatever you want to do. But he don't make a whole lot of sense, y'all. He's just kind of talking, and he's really rubbing his hair. He's doing a whole lot of stuff with his shirt, and he's kind of wigging out. He makes me very nervous and anxious, and I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop it. Stop it. So, hold on. I gotta, let me get to this. Okay, hang on a second. Hold on.
That you can't control. Keep your mouth.
Shh. We're not ready for you yet. I got to get to the part that I want to play of you. So, the reason why, I guess, I don't know. Look, everybody, I mean, we would be lying. Or I would be lying. Most of us would be lying if we didn't say that, like, you look at people that are bearded and you look at their eyebrows and you look at everything and you're just like, wow, could that be the guy on the porch? I mean, it's happened. It is what it is. And I just think it's weird he had that and then he shaved it all off to go out there. But maybe he knows that, like, if I go out there and I look like that. Because like I said, this guy has a very good speaking voice. He sounds like he could be like a radio announcer or like a sportscaster. I mean, I can give him props for those things. It's just the rest of his stuff, I'm just like, I don't know if you have very good judgment, sir. I mean, you went to a house party and you thought you were going to at least with Nancy. Well, now some people are like, well, go to bars and talk to people. Drunk people talk. Well, I mean, that's kind of true, but I don't know about that one. I don't know about that. Don't know about that one. Hold on. Let me do something real quick. Make sure that and this girl, she is funny. She's very nice.
Correctly right now because I'm on the spot. But I mean, there's just the victims.
Hang on.
Road.
They're
smell her cookies when she
okay. Hang on. Here we go. All right. Oh, hang on. I ain't ready for you to talk yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, he talks about his like she asked him, why did you get involved with this case? And he's like, my grandmother. Okay. But I want you to pay attention to what he says. Because I'm like, huh? What? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Some may criticize this. I disagree with that.
Pardon her. Sorry.
She was from Delavan, Wisconsin.
Okay, so hold on. I'm sorry, guys.
Demand answers.
Okay, hold on.
Kind of what I was saying, or there's.
Okay.
Her security, she didn't have a security camera that was really good. And
This
like
is
I would
grandmother.
walk in there and smell her cookies when she was cooking for me. And just, I knew her. I knew her perfume. I knew the jewelry she liked to wear. And
So is grandmother.
I loved her so much. And I think when she did, God rest her soul,
Mm-hmm.
when she passed away, and again, she passed away from natural death causes. She was older. When that happened, and then seeing something happen to Nancy, even before it was Guthrie, when I saw...
Hold on. He says, when I see that it was Nancy, even before it was Guthrie, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, when did it ever come out that it was just an 84-year-old woman? Her name is Nancy Guthrie. She was always a Guthrie, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're saying. I mean, it always came out that it was Savannah Guthrie's mother. So I don't know what he's saying. But anyway, let him chitty chat for a second here. Hang on.
The age, it just resonated with me. I just thought it was such a horrible thing for someone to go through. And I know Savannah's famous. I know people are famous, but...
And it is. And it's very sad. And we know that. Okay, now, let me move on to this next part here. Now, he's drinking. He's like chugging the wine while he's doing this. And I'm just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing, bro? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can.
Nation, because I've seen it hand to hand in Chicago.
Right.
Now, he's talking.
The bad dude.
He's talking about
I just thought it was such...
Hang on.
Eva, Northern Illinois.
Okay.
And
He's talking about some
he
incident.
went after Jay, which I can say the first names. They're older now.
He's
They're
talking about some
Jay,
incident that happened when he was with, I guess, like friends when he was younger or something. But he's like, the guy was like in an Astro van and he had a Caucasian mask on. And I'm just like, and then he says, and he's in a white and green truck. And I'm like, or white and blue or something. I'm like, was he in 2 cars when this happened to y'all and you were scared? I don't understand what you're saying. I'm trying to understand you.
and Natalie. And they both seen him. I froze. Like I felt like a coward, but I just saw this, and I saw it like a block away because we're waiting for a bus to come in Chicago. I froze like a chicken. I just was like, and Jay, by the grace of God, ran to his screen door. Natalie went to hers. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Ever since I seen that, more and more like flashbacks of perpetrators or people in ski masks. It's messed with my mind a little bit. In terms of like, hey, how can I help? Or like.
Okay. Now, okay. So perpetrators that wear ski masks have always intrigued you and you want to know how to help. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of things that you've seen in your lifetime that have had ski masks. Did you go help? Or is this just something to, do what you're doing there, buddy? I'm just asking questions. Not being mean. I'm not mean. Just asking. Just asking. hang on. Let me get to
first
this.
impressions and thought about what happened.
You would need to where she.
Okay.
You know, and you know, she's out there in her late.
He gives me a little bit of the willies here, okay? Because he starts talking about the porch, and I'm like, okay.
Hearing that. So what? I have to say it very right.
Yeah.
What stood out to you? You know, based on the limited information that we have.
Yeah, so what really terrified me right when I got to the place was I knew the perpetrator, in my opinion, wasn't coming from the parking lot side. So I knew he went up, and a lot of neighbors had that same exact explanation. He went straight, and he was not trying to walk on all the rocks. So
he's sitting here saying he went straight, not trying to walk on all the rocks. Okay, hang on. Just pay attention. Sorry, I'm getting tickled.
He was trying to keep away from the footprints. So that was my first thing.
He was trying to keep away from the footprints. Okay, but the footprints would be, you know, there's gravel out there. There's you know, dirt. That's where footprints would be, not on rocks, basically. I mean, there could be, I'm not dumb. There could be footprints on there, but I'm saying if you got like dirt, and you got a big rock that you can stand on, footprints are going to be more on the dirt part, I would think. I don't know. But Ted, talk. Just talk to me, honey.
I was like, how is this guy getting into this home at the front? Like, I've always said I thought it would be 3 or maybe more. But, like, that first guy walking up, it's such an easy, and it's hard to explain until you're there, but it's such an easy walkway going straight forward to where her door is. And a lot of people don't bring that up because they're like, oh, you know, look at the perp video, or, you know, does he have a car behind him? You know, does he have a, you know, highlight here? Is he looking down with his bike light mechanic? But his straight video, when I was talking to a lot of the residents there who were, you know, they're not happy we're there. But
now listen, I'm sure he did talk to some residents, but I don't think he talked to many. Because listen, I told you, he was there for like a day with JLR and Criminal Network. And then I think the next day or that night, I don't know, that's when I watched it. I mean, he was gone. He was gone, y'all. He went to the party. He was gone. He was gone. Now, him really wanting to know about these rocks and stuff is interesting because he doesn't make any sense. So, here we go.
But you got to be nice enough and you get information.
And he's talking about being nice enough to the neighbors so you can get information. Okay.
He had a pretty easy path where he just might have just walked on a couple stones and was right at the front. And that's what I realized. I'm like, why is he not going to the right or the left where all this dirt is, where he would have left it, all his foot?
Why is he not going to the right or to the left where there's all this dirt in, where he would have like left his footprints?
Footprints and everything, but there was a beautiful path.
Beautiful path.
Right angle, right to her door. That's the first thing I noticed, and it terrified me.
So was it?
Sorry. He's drinking his wine again. Now, sorry.
The area and the day.
It's a great point. I feel like you would need to surveillance that, but I feel like within a full moon. But I mean, you made a great point, because I do feel like it would be surveillance. I feel like you would have to drive because it stuck out too much. It was too big of a cactus. There was, you know,
yeah.
So when I was there was a full moon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it stuck out too easily. But when I try to recall when there wasn't a full moon, I feel like you would have to do a couple loops. Not saying that same time frame, but you would have to understand the area. So when I was
this girl, I'll tag her. She's just looking at him like, Now I don't remember Ted being out there, Maybe he was out there, but I don't think he could have been because you couldn't be out there. I don't remember him studying the big gigantic cactus when it had full moon and then not. But okay, keep talking, Ted. I just want to hear you talk. I don't dislike you. I'm just saying.
I was going through all of it. It was actually, and I'm kind of like I joke with myself, a dumb like brunette.
Dumb brunette.
I feel like it was challenging to get to it, but if you went through it a couple times, me, you, any of us, it would be the back of our hand. It was very easy. There was about 4 main places to get out of Dodge.
Yeah.
Outside of all the hills and the weird terrain, which is goofy because I always parked at the CVS where everyone was.
Okay, hold on. So, okay, he was there for a couple of days, all right. Marcus Shark was out there, so was Dad's Gone Live. They were out there, and they would get lost in the dark at times trying to get to this house. It's not like bro is just like, oh, you could drive it around a couple times and then you get it down. Then he's just trying to chit-chat about, how there's 4 ways out. Okay, well, that's cool. Keep talking.
Not wanting to park. And so I always was by Fleming, CVS, and then if you go a little further, you go to the Quick Trip.
There's the gas station he's talking about.
Through all the movements he was doing, and we don't hear
Wait,
a lot
hold
of
on.
the video.
Let me back this up.
There, you don't have to go into that, but
No, yeah. Yeah, I love the question. It's a perfect question.
I
So I always
love the
thought
question,
at least 3
guys.
people,
I love the question.
when I look at the Ring
Yeah.
doorbell, it's really surreal when you're there. And again, I don't mean this to people that aren't there, but when you're
Right.
literally looking at and you're like, here it is right in front of your face, besides all like the elements and the neighbors and everybody mad, but if you can block out all this and just think, okay, if I'm Nancy Guthrie at this point in time, at this time of day, what is going on? And so I just block out all the noise.
What?
And I look directly at that doorbell and that window.
Okay.
I felt really like it was someone that had a little bit of experience with propping the Nest doorbell. It didn't make any sense to me to be able to go through all the movements he was doing. And we don't have a lot of the video. But with what he was doing, and I kept in my mind, I was playing this 100 times, like nonstop, and different neighbors and hearing feedback. And
you've been playing this 100 times through your head. Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know why you're obsessed with it or why you showed up out here. Except, I don't know why you did. But you just seem a little off to me, bro. Now, he's about to get up. You can't see the video. I'm sorry. And when I can figure out how to do all that, you can see it all. But he gets up in here, and he's trying to imitate all this, and I'm just like, whoa.
they thought the doorbell, with how quick he attacked that, they thought it was like a professional thing. Even though I thought at first, I'm like, maybe this guy's high or on drugs. But the way...
And the thing that kills me the most, and you can't see it, but he keeps messing with his hair. Now, he does kind of have like a James thing going on, but there's no wind in this hotel room he's in. And if you don't know James, we love James. Dad, can you take me over to Nancy's? We love him. But yeah, so he keeps rubbing his hair. He's wild, Joe. He's just wild. He's wild. I'm almost done.
The way he took like the branch and was able to press the lock of the Nest doorbell. Okay, I have a Nest doorbell in my house.
Okay.
So you take, and I showed this on a podcast about a month ago. So you take
It was a month ago that he did.
I'm sorry, a little key. And
Okay.
it pops right off. And he knew that when he pressed down, he popped it right off. Took it off. And I know everyone's like, well, his right hand like this. Well, he was like this. He was checking the door again. And then he knew to pop that off, but then he also knew the floor to ceiling windows, because he was, like we all are scared of getting shot or killed.
Yes, we all are very afraid of getting shot or killed. I don't. Now, I've watched this from the very beginning, and I might be really dumb right now, but I don't remember just seeing the thing just pop off. I don't remember that. But okay, maybe he knows. I don't know.
He wanted to grab his sidearm, like he wanted to grab himself, and people think I'm crazy, whatever.
No.
Everyone has their own opinion. But like when you're like ready to go there and you grab your private part because you're looking at a window and you're like, I don't know if I'm looking at a window and I don't know who's there, right? I can't see, I don't have night vision, I'm not Navy SEAL. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at a floor to ceiling window. And just the way he kind of mimicked to grab his holster where his gun was, but he didn't grab it.
But you said he grabbed his private parts. I don't remember that either. I don't remember that. I know the holster is in a very odd spot. I don't remember these details, but okay.
And then, even before that, when he looked up, I'm just like, there's too much movement there.
Right.
And he's too smooth. He's not anxious. Like, I thought honestly, you're going to laugh at me, but I thought he was high at first. I'm like,
really? Would you? Okay. I don't know. Some people might know about that. I don't know. Hold on. Let me play this last part because I just started to. I don't know. There's something about that. There's so many videos.
What is this guy doing? Like, is this guy stoned? Like, he looks crazy. But when you slow it down to 0.5 and watch him, he walks out and he's got that heavy backpack and he kind of has that weird, like, Dickies backpack look.
Dickies backpack look. That was an Ozark backpack, sir. That was not Dickies. I don't know what you're thinking. You don't need to be drinking more wine because you're not making a whole lot of sense. But no, he didn't have a Dickies. Oh, my goodness.
He looks down.
Do you see now why maybe neighbors? I mean, I guarantee you, those people out there are probably watching whoever comes out there, and it's like, nope, we're going to watch these people. And this one, he don't make a lot of sense.
On the, whatever stone that is, I slow it down to 0.5. He grabs it, he bites his bite light, he's got it in his mouth. I mean, who in God's green earth would have a bite light? Like, right. I mean, I've never heard of that in my life, before. He looks, if you slow it down, you can see it. He tests the bite light. He looks at what he's looking at really quick.
Yeah,
0.5. Sorry, I'm doing this with my hands.
That's okay.
He's in there. He's reenacting this. Right there in his hotel room.
Bite light comes off. And he goes back towards Nancy.
He goes back towards Nancy.
I'm sorry. He might look one more time if you slow it down. And he, looks.
Right. Now, I'm done with that. Here's the thing. If you watch it, that mask and stuff, there's not a lot of eye movement, and he's not looking really around. He moves around a few times, but he ain't looking around. He's not. Matter of fact, we've even wondered if the you don't even see him blink hardly. You have to really watch it. Like J.S. for Justice did this. She slowed it down so that we could see if he blinked, because it also looked like he was wearing eyeliner. And the eyes kind of looked more like a female almost at times. But he's got something, I guess, that he's thinking about here. And all right, hold on. We'll see.
I don't know if it's another car or another person, but he's definitely not afraid. He just looks like, hey, we're having complications.
I don't remember this dude ever looking for another car or another person. Not at all. Dude, we're having complications. Okay.
Looks back down and then walks up to the door, and then we don't see anything else. We see the door coming out. I just think
we see the door coming out. I don't remember seeing a door coming out, but I just find this man very interesting, to be quite frank. It is not to knock him. It's not to knock him at all. I'm just saying, if you were out there and you lived in Nancy's neighborhood and people like this just show up and talk and chitty chat, hanging out in your neighborhood, I mean, would you not be a little nervous about people Would you not be? Or do you think that these people are all doing a great thing and it's perfect for them to be out there and they should do it? I don't know what I think. I think it's great that he went out there. I think it's great that he's back there. I don't know when he's going to show up because, like I said, he's there. Well, I think he's stuck in Phoenix. I don't know. Look, the bro he removed, if I could just have that. He takes his stuff down a lot too. I don't know if it gets struck down or I feel like what happened, he had a live a couple nights ago. I feel like this is why he has not come to Tucson. It's because I feel like, he was feeling himself. I think he was drinking whiskey or something. He was drinking. He was just like vibing and talking to all his people and saying something, I don't know, some Chicago talk about we ain't that. But he was playing somebody's music and his chat was going, you're going to get struck. Like, you're going to get struck if you play that. He had cut his foot. There's blood. And I'm like, and then the next thing he's in his boxers with no shirt on. And I'm like, okay, I'm a little concerned for you. But no, wait. That was the night before that is when all that happened. Then this is another night that he goes on and he's drinking. And he's like, I'm sure he was drinking the first night. But these are two different occasions within a couple of days. And I think, I don't know his channel. I don't know if he got hit with a copyright or maybe not. I don't know. But he was playing that music and everybody's like, you're going to get struck. Like, it's copyright. You can't play music, bro. You can't just fire up your favorite, whatever rap song you want to play. And you got to follow those terms, service that we have around here in the YouTube streets, buddy. But that's kind of what I wanted to share tonight about him. I'm not attacking him. I'm not going to stay on top of him. I might cover him again if he does anything else weird because I just don't know, like, what I would want. If I were Nancy's family, I don't know that I would want people out there. I don't care if you're media or if you are YouTube. I don't care. I don't care what you are. Sorry, my hair probably looks funny. I always do my hair kind of weird. I flip it backwards in the clip. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. But I know that, like, he is a little off, in my opinion, and I wouldn't want you. I don't see that you're doing any benefit. Now, Criminal Network, he makes me laugh. He is out there sometimes, but I don't know that that's the best of things either. Because they were, in the very beginning, searching in the middle of the night, and that caused some problems. Now, he is a very gentle, kind of giant type of person, and he's lived a life, and he ain't ashamed of it, and I love people like that. You do your thing. Like, do your thing. But people are afraid of him, or they think less of him because of the way he looks. And I'm not about that. That's not it. It's just that, do you still need to be out front of the house? Not just him, anybody. Do people need to be out there in front of her house? I don't know. Y'all tell me. Let me know. But I'll be back, guys, probably in a couple days. I got to go to work in the morning, so, I'll come back, and I definitely will be starting up my stuff with Austin Drummond to try to catch y'all up on that. If you don't know anything about Austin Drummond was involved here in the state of Tennessee. He was put in prison when he was like 16 or 17 years old for robbing a gas station. And he ended up being in there for quite a hot minute because he couldn't behave, basically. I think he racked up like 26, 27 charges while he was there. So he served out his 10-year sentence, okay? And then he gets out, but he was involved with a corrections officer there. Baby. I'm sorry, Ted, I'm done with you for now. 90-90. Go to bed. He was involved with her. She was pregnant. And then her sister, her nephew. It's really sad. There were 4 of them that died. And, they were killed out in the middle of a dead-end road in Tiptonville, which is right across the way from the correctional facility there. that Austin stayed at when he was serving out time. And there's a lot of droning of drugs in there. And Austin was, I don't know, he's living like a king. Like, he is in there, he's drinking a Sriracha vodka. He is like, got his TV going. He's got 2 phones, and he's got all the commissary, I guess, that anybody that would want could have. Allegedly a member of the Vice Lords. I mean, this just goes on. And there's so many players and people, and it's just crazy to me. If he was a member of the Vice Lords, he's been in prison most of his life. Okay? Like, if you've been in prison since you were like 16 or 17 years old, then, I don't know. I thought gang members had tattoos. He didn't have one tattoo. Not one. And then he claims that he was an informant of the government. Now, that got me a little bit, because I thought, well, that's weird. Why would a correctional officer, I don't care, they hire them all the time, because it's a very short life of a job. They float in, they float out. But you would think that somebody would notice him and the setup he has and wonder why he has that kind of setup. He almost shanked a guy in prison, which is why he got out of prison. He had served his time from what he had done, and then it was that charge that he caught while he was in prison, and I don't know, it's wild. But the very saddest thing is, 4 people were killed, okay? There was one that was a 16-year-old, all right? Then you've got a 19-year-old and a 21-year-old. They were parents of a baby. And this fool, and then you got the grandmother, she's only 40. I know y'all in Tennessee, some people, they do start a little young, but it happens. Now, this baby is left out after this murder happens in front of her, and she's only, I can't even remember how old she is. I gotta go back to my notes, but she's like 8 months or something. She's left in the front yard. In just a front yard of some rando's home. And this stuff goes on and on and on. And it is crazy. It's crazy. So his trial will be coming up, but I will go through all of it, and I will have video. I won't be doing it like this. I'm sorry I had to do it like this, but I mean, I guess I'm just going to have to go and get me out of loan, y'all, and get me a computer. Jeez. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But thank you all so much for joining us tonight. That means Norris, he's asleep. He's bored. He's like, I'm done. I'm going to bed. But I really appreciate y'all. Well, good grief. Hello. Hi, bud. I really appreciate y'all. And just hit the like if you like it. Leave any comments down below that you would like. Don't call me mean, or don't leave anything ugly. Just be nice. We're not mean around here. Anyway, guys, see y'all later. Look forward to the adventure.